morning, church. I'm hoping everyone is doing well. I want to address to you guys a specific topic that I'm seeing in society or with culture. It's going on a weekly basis, and that's the downcast soul. You see, God created you, God created me with a human soul. And the soul can experience, as some people call it, a cold. And this is what you call the dark night of the soul. And in our terms, it's depression or discouragement. So think about this. The discouragement or depression can happen from a high expectation of reality. A person setting expectations for themselves, but as they live to a day-to-day level of life, there's a low reality. So their real life is nowhere near of what they expected their life to be. This is the heart of discouragement. This is the heart of depression. And I want to bring up to you a character in the Bible whose name is Elijah. And I'm sure everyone knows who Elijah is. And there's a famous passage in 1 Kings chapter 18, and that's him on Mount Carmel. Now, Elijah faces 450 prophets of Baal, and he's victorious over them, shows that he is God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is a true God. And at the very end of the verse of 1 Kings chapter 18, it says, the hand of the Lord was upon him. And you'd expect Elijah to be on some high because his reality is so high. It's everything that he's praying for, everything he's asking God for, it happens. But the chapter after, all of a sudden, in chapter 19, he's suicidal. And you wonder, how is this possible? You see, in 1 Kings chapter 19, Elijah prays this prayer to God that pretty much forgot to kill him. And it's a suicidal prayer, and we can see the soul, the state of where Elijah is, that he's depressed. How is it possible for someone to go on such a spiritual high all of a sudden to a low reality? And this is because discouragement, the dark night of the soul, depression reached the very heart of Elijah. And remember this, James chapter 5 verse 17 says, Elijah was like a man just like us. And sometimes when we read that, we're like, it's in the context of prayer. But remember this, if it can happen to Elijah, it can happen to me and it can happen to you. Okay? Now, depression. Depression always happens when someone is constantly thinking first about themselves. Their mind is always on themselves, and second, their mind is always on the negativity of themselves, what they don't have, instead of what they have. You see? If a person's mind is constantly about themselves and what they don't have, I guarantee you depression will come in, regardless if you know God or if you don't know God, regardless if you're Christian or you're non-Christian. It's possible to be a Christian and to be in ministry, to be serving God. But if your mind is still on you, depression will kick in just like Elijah. Was he serving God? Absolutely. But it came in. Now, God responds to Elijah's prayer in 3 ways. And I want to share with you guys 3 ways of how God responds to our prayers, or how God deals with the heart of depression. 3 ways of how God deals with the downcast soul. Now, the first thing that God does is he responds to Elijah's prayer by taking care of his physical well-being, physical nourishment, you see. So after Elijah prays, he prays a suicidal prayer that God will take his life, and God responds by sending him an angel while he's asleep. Elijah's asleep and he wakes up, and all of a sudden there's an angel, and this angel provides Elijah with cake and water. He goes to sleep again, and all of a sudden there's another meal before him, you see. And after he ate these 2 meals, it says his physical body was rejuvenated, was revived, and as a result he was able to live, you see. God responded to him by doing the complete opposite. Elijah asked to be dead, but God responded by giving him more life. And he responds first by responding to him with physical nourishment. You see, when someone says, I'm discouraged, I'm depressed, they're expressing a problem about themselves. Now, if someone responds and gives them a solution, the solution shows what they believe the problem truly is. So if I say to you, here, the problem to your depression are medication or pills, what I'm assuming, because that's my solution, what I'm assuming is that your depression, your discouragement is due to 100% your physical well-being, such as chemical imbalances or something is wrong with your brain, you see? But remember this, God responds in all different types of solutions to Elijah's prayer. But the first thing he does is he responds by taking care of his physical well-being. And this point is very important. The reason why is because God cares for your physical well-being. The reason why, again, a lot of Christians have this mindset as if the physical body is vanity. The physical body is of no use. So my only goal here in life is to live 100% spiritual here on this planet. Remember, you're a body and you're a soul. You see, it's important to take care of both of them. A lot of people will say, oh, I don't need to go to the doctor. I don't need to go to see to a pharmacy or a physician because God's going to take care of me, because the Holy Spirit's going to revive my physical body. Don't go to a hospital, just pray. And again, this is a bad understanding of the physical body, or a bad understanding of a human person. Remember, a human person is a body and a soul. The Gospel of Luke was written by Luke, and Luke is a physician. He's a doctor. And it shows that there's nothing wrong with a doctor. There's nothing wrong with a hospital. I know a lot of Christians that they don't take care of their physical body because they think it's vanity. So they don't believe in eating healthy. They don't believe in exercising. And all they do is read the Bible, read books. Again, it's important to read books and it's important to read the Bible, but it's also important to take care of your body. You see? Do not feel shame or guilty if you take care of your body. If you want to eat right, if you want to go for a walk, if you want to exercise, don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel shame about it. I understand when someone crosses that line and all of a sudden it can become vanity, but there is nothing wrong when you take care of your physical well-being. You see why? Because God created this life, both soul and body, and this life is we are consisted of living here in the body. So take care of it. You see? 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 8, the Apostle Paul says, for physical training is of some value, but your spiritual being is of most primary importance and of value. You see? Thing is this, we're here in this life, and we consist of soul and body. Take care of your physical body. Why? Because God cares for your physical well-being. Remember this. When someone's discouraged, when someone's depressed, ask yourself, are they taking care of their physical body? It's important because God cares for your physical body. Okay? I hope you're encouraged. I hope you stay safe and take care of your physical well-being. God bless.